Hello TL Travelers and welcome back to the TL Travel YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome to the family. Right now I am in the process of recapping 6 months backpacking through South America, pulling some tips and tricks and story times and travel fails and all of these fun memories, photos, videos out of the archives to share with you guys so that you can either be A, entertained, or B, so that I can help you guys plan a future trip to South America if that's something that's on your bucket list. So today we're going to be talking about our trip to Iguazu Falls in Argentina. Iguazu Falls was one of those destinations from the very start that was on my must-see list for my South America trip, and once Derek decided that he was going to come along with me, it was also at the top of his, so we were super stoked to be there. Iguazu Falls are the largest waterfall system in the world. They are taller than Niagara Falls here in Canada. They are wider than Victoria Falls. They are just, they're huge. Touching on 3 different South American countries, Iguazu Falls are located in Paraguay, Argentina, and Brazil. Brazil and Argentina both have national parks that are dedicated to the falls, and a lot of people have a hard time choosing between which side they want to see them on, Brazil or Argentina. We chose Argentina because on the Argentina side it is a little bit more built up, which yes, I think does make it a little bit more touristy, but you can also get up a lot closer, you know, get up close and personal with the falls. And the Brazil side, while all the photos looked very beautiful, you are more so like set back from the falls and enjoying the views from afar. So we wanted to, yeah, like get right up in there and see the falls firsthand. And there's also a lot of like walking paths and things like that, bridges out on the Argentina side that just looked, you know, like a beautiful way to spend the day. So we chose to visit the falls in February, and while that is their wet season, it is still warm there. A lot of my favorite waterfalls around the world, especially in like Costa Rica, for example, will all but dry up completely during dry season. So it's always great to visit a country during their hot season and not have to worry about rain. But if you're there to see the biggest waterfall in the world, you want it to be rushing, you know? Rushing, not Russian. Now there are places at Iguazu where you can stay, like resorts right sort of at the national park. We chose not to do that just for like budget purposes. We stayed pretty close by and then took the bus in. I remember coming in at first thinking like it felt like a giant resort, and being a little bit concerned that we weren't going to enjoy it, that it was going to be too crowded and touristy and all of those things. But once we sort of like got past that main area where the resorts and everything were, it was so beautiful, and dare I use the word majestic? Yeah, it was majestic. Make sure to give yourself lots of time to explore though. Don't, you know, sell yourself short. We chose to only give ourselves 1 day there because we were sort of at the start of our 6 months, and we didn't want to put ourselves in a situation where we were sort of leisurely at the start and then had to rush through the end of our trip. But that said, we probably, if we were going to do it again, we would have budgeted for a couple of days to explore Iguazu and do a few of the different hikes and routes and things that are a bit longer. Not only are there sort of like multiple hikes that you can do, but there are also a ton of different waterfall segments that you can hike to, some further than others, of course. And then there's a ton of wildlife there to explore as well. So budget the time that you think that you're going to need or want to explore, and then come to the park prepared so that you don't have to be coming and going. A few things that I would recommend bringing with you would be a rain jacket or poncho, because even if it's not wet season, the mist and everything from the falls, like, you're going to get wet. So if that's not something that you're comfortable with, definitely bring that along. Sunscreen, because once you get out at the falls, you aren't covered by anything at all. And the sun, oh, she's strong. And then you're also going to want to bring your camera. If you have like a waterproof camera or like a cover for your camera or anything like that, that is always gonna be handy. Just make sure to, like, that you're aware that it's gonna get misted upon. And then also like a dry bag or a backpack that you can pack some like snacks in, put all your stuff in, especially when you are around wildlife. They are those, what are they called? Coaches? They're like little raccoons. Essentially, I'll throw a picture in, but yeah, these little buggers, if they get a hold of your stuff, they're like monkeys that way. They get a hold of your stuff, it's gone. So bring yourself a dry bag or a backpack that you can keep all of your belongings inside of. So that's gonna be it for me for today and my tips for visiting Iguazu Falls in Argentina. If you have been, be sure to let me know what you thought in the comments down below, and be sure to hit that like or subscribe button, or both. Why not? It'll really help me out, and the adventures are just getting started. So yeah, you're not going to want to miss what we have coming up. In our next video, we are going to be exploring the city of Buenos Aires, so you're not going to want to miss that. And until I see you then, just stay great, stay safe, and I'll see you there. Bye guys.